Hey everyone, testing 1 2 3. Sorry if it's taking a while. I'm just busy making sure everything is a-okay. It's been a while since I streamed, so I'm busy going through technical difficulties. I'll be up in like 2 minutes, hopefully. Okay, I think everything is good now. Sorry it took so long. I haven't streamed in quite a while, so brain was busy trying to figure out what am I supposed to do again? What is all the things I'm supposed to find to actually do this? I was busy trying to figure out how to see the chat on my laptop. I'm starting to sound like an actual boomer now. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Anyways, what's the course of action for the stream? I don't know. I just was really bored today. I didn't wanna, I played a bit of Dead by Daylight. I tried 2v8 again, and I'm just like, wow, they really did not update that game mode at all, huh? Exactly as I remember it. Because every time I play 2v8, especially at Survivor, when I play Survivor, for some bizarre reason, I always just get double teamed by the killer. By both of the killer players. I don't know why. It's every single game. And it's I get it. Like having two killers is great and all, but man, that's just frustrating because there's nothing I can do. But I'm just nitpicking at that point. I know there are people who love it. It's a game mode that I will play every once in a while, but tonight is not that time. Because I don't have the mental for that nightmare. Unless, of course, I'm playing with friends and I'm playing 2v8 as killer. And then I get to inflict that exact same nightmare that I normally suffer. Anyways, give me one moment. Gonna reduce the menu music down a little, but I do want main volume a little higher. Oh, right. I wanted to show you something, chat. Give me one moment. So, whenever I'm bored, I always do something a little bit goofy. Especially when I want to play killer. So, I'm going to pull you from a video game to uh, the main hub. So, over here, we have Dead by Daylight Randomizer. And over here, we have killer character. I always randomize the killer that I want to play whenever I'm bored. Because, sure, I can play Houndmaster and Artist and Mr. Henry as much as I love, but sometimes I'm going to get bored playing those three over and over and over again. Like the age-old song goes, the same 5 songs on the radio. And it gets annoying. Anyways, I normally just consult with this, and then I go with the killer. But I normally choose my own perks. Listen, I like randomizing my killers. I don't like randomizing perks. But anyways, we'll do the wheel until someone in chat wants a specific killer for me to play, which I'll happily do. There's only one killer I don't play, but hopefully we don't have to deal with him. A bush. Twins. Okay, we get to suffer some twins gameplay. Pixel would be proud. There you are. Alright. What do people even run on twins nowadays? I know Forced Penance and Hesitation people like. Sloppy is good as well. Ooh, actually. I could run Turn Back the Clock. That's a good one. I do like that perk. And then for add-ons... movement speed... vroom vroom... You know what? I'll take a biscuit and a scarf. Alright, the one good thing from, the one singular good thing that manifested from, 2v8 is now 1v4. I am so happy.
I'll prove myself worthy.
Spotify, shut up. There we go. We don't like commercials in this chat. You know what? We can play some lovely Ellen Ripley. I tried playing some Rain today.
What order is this?
I don't know. How's 2v8 not going? Hi, Loggy Links. Well, TLDR was, I played it earlier today, and I got 2v1'd 3 times in a row. So long story short, I got rather fed up of the game mode real quick. Hi Marmita, how's it going today? Hopefully the stream goes well. It's been a long time. I like your new video. Thank you. I'm gonna actually let you in on a little secret. The video was actually in production a year ago. Like, I've been theory crafting the Boon Totem video for literally ages. But I kept pushing it back because I didn't know how to properly do it at the time, and because I was busy with other projects. But this was the rare time where I'm like, oh, we're actually getting a new Boon perk? It's the time is now! And that's how, I decided to finally make the video. Hey Creative, how's it going today? Thank you so much for the compliments. Also, if anything is a little bit weird with the stream, just let me know, because I'm a boomer when it comes to figuring streams out. So this is a work in progress for all of us. Oh, good, and you? Oh, I'm doing wonderfully, Creative. Thank you for asking. Give me one moment. I think you should make a video with new items, ideas. I will say this. Okay. Oh, it's Legion, everyone's favorite killer. The moment this killer was removed from the kill switch, a flood of Legion players manifested. This is like the third one I played against today. It's great. But getting back on the topic with items. The funny thing is, I was working on a video talking about the reworks to maps and keys. Because I wanted to make like a really... The heck? I wanted to make like a really big video going over item balance in general. Because I feel like it's something I don't talk that much about in Dead by Daylight. because I normally focus a lot more on the perks and then killer history. But when it comes to, like, items, it tends to be something not a lot of people talk about, except when it becomes really chaotic with its balance. Like, in the case of medkits, they always have a video discussion about their health, or in the case of, toolboxes, when the people remember the days of Yonder, the old BNP. I think I have to go for this rescue. Oh dear, I don't know where Legion is though. I don't want to unhook right in front of the killer. That would be really poo, considering the fact that they aren't deblooned or mending bar. A good idea for a new item that I saw is candles. They could interact with totems, boons, and invocations. I wonder how that would work. Like, I feel like a cool item, especially if we want to go for, like, the witchy aesthetic, would be dowsing rods. I'm surprised we don't have something like that in Dead by Daylight, especially as, like, a tell to go to specific locations. Legion is always a funny killer to watch. The only time Legion players are not fun is, when they have the funny, eerie button, which is all the time. I personally think there should be more perks around items. It's a bit of a tricky discussion. I like the fact that we are getting more perks related to items, but if there's too many or if the balance becomes unhealthy, it'll cause a bit of chaos. Also, Hetty to this day needs a boon. How is a strong, powerful woman get one of the weakest set of perks? I will definitely say Hetty has definitely gone a lot better with her perk balance compared to days of long ago. Like, Inner Focus is actually really good. There is a build that I run Inner Focus in, and I love it. And Inner Focus is honestly a really important piece for it. Overzealous I talked about in my recent video, actually, because it is technically a support perk for boon totems. And the balance for it has gotten really well done. Like, I think I have to try and find Michaela and tank a hit for her. Okay. I can try and pick up Jill. It looks like they're going for the active tunnel on Michaela, which is not that great. Remember Streetwise? That is why we can't have item perks. Oh, true! Give the candles to Hillbilly to rebuild broken totems. And give... Let's see. Like, Streetwise was very much like an extreme example of, perk balance being a little, kooky. Okay. Oh, she wants to double on the gen. She doesn't want to heal. Oh my goodness. A Michaela with a brain! Give a break boon to base kit to killers. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? If we make boons stronger, I could see that being nicer. But at the same time, it would make, like, really, really strong and fast killers like Blight, Nurse, Wraith. Like, killers who can just cross the distance really quickly. They will just be able to snuff the totems really fast. Meanwhile, the mid-tier killers will suffer some more again. Okay, he sees me. I want him to chase me now. Alright, chat, give me a moment. Because I... Okay, he has BAM. They finished the main building gen, which is good. Or the front gen. Like, the discussion of giving, like, a Shattered Hope base kit is an interesting one. I don't know how to feel about it just yet, because boons themselves are not immediately busted. Like, they are good, but they have a lot of issues right now, like I pointed out in the video. So it's always just a big discussion point, because if you make them stronger, the mid-tier killers and below are going to suffer even further. But if you decide to keep them the way they are, but add more additions for the killer to make it weaker, it causes less people to want to run them, which is really sad. Let's see. Oh, it was Quan. He was scaring me. I like inner focus, but it's too similar to empathy. I can see that. I can see that. Later. And I see a pallet all the way over here. I kind of don't want you taking a hit, Michaela, considering the fact that, your death hook. But, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with perks having overlaps. But the key difference between inner focus versus, something like... I'm trying to think. Inner focus and empathy is the amount of aggression that's in both of the perks. Empathy is a much more, like, softer perk. The way that you want to, use empathy is just to heal teammates. But in the case of inner focus, you want to use it more aggressively for flashlight blinds. In general, that's why Hattie has such aggressive perks. Because she fights monsters, rather than being a bit more on the altruistic side. She's a bit more aggressive with how she plays things. It's why Overzealous gives you a stat boost for breaking the killer's weakness or strengths. Or, in the case of Inner Focus, alerting you of their position when they cause harm. Also, are we 3-gent? Hattie should have a boon. I think the big reason they decided against the boon was... there's no pallets. I'm gonna die here. My game lagged for a second there. Oh right, I forgot this is in the game again. I'm not used to this. I don't press tab all that often except to see ping. Oh my goodness, Jill is a wicked gamer. But in the case of Hattie, I think the reason they decided against the boon was mostly just because of personality. Because boons are a lot more of an altruistic sort of perk. And they wanted more of an aggressive character. Okay, they're going for pickup. Jonah. Listen, Jonah is the Mr. Bean character of Dead by Daylight. We joke about his existence. Okay, I can go for rescue here. I see it, but with empathy I can see where the killer is chasing. With empathy, it's more so you're relying on information from your teammates. Rather than, in the case of Inner Focus, where you get clear line of sight of exactly where the, killer is. That's the key difference. I have to play this a bit more patiently, because I don't know where Leg is. And I think we are massively 3-gen, by the way. Oh yeah, we are massively 3-gen. Like, what is this? Okay, they are on that gen. I can drop here. Ooh, he's going to try and go after me, isn't he? Yep. Yeah, we are caught in the biggest 3-gen I have ever had the displeasure of facing. Let's see. I think she didn't have a boon because all the survivors before her already had a boon. That is also possibly the case. I think after seeing the chaos that the boons were causing, specifically with Circle of Healing, they realized that they needed to go back to the drawing board with its health. But at the same time, Dead by Daylight tends to work 1 year in advance when it comes to how it... or at least that's how I believe it works. They normally work 1 year in advance when it comes to balance. Also, this is a disgusting 3-gen. What? Gen there, gen in main. Okay, I have to start running now. Literally, I have to repair like 3% and start running. I would love for him to chase me, but unfortunately he's not going to do that. He didn't kick this gen. He might be at his gen kick limit for this one. Okay. Yeah, but do you have a P100 on Ripley? No, I do not have a P100 on Ripley. I do like playing her every once in a while, but... I don't have a... Actually, now that I think about it, I don't have a Prestige 100 on any survivor in the game. The closest I have is Cheryl at, like, Prestige 56 or 58, one of those two. And the reason why I don't have a Prestige 100 is because I spread my, Prestige levels. Residual Manifest to give you a haste like Smash It or Elusive Status effect. Because how dare Ellen try to replace her perk? I mean, fair. Like, in the case of Residual, it's more so like a support perk to give a bit of extra bite to, flashlights. Okay, I can get this gen, but I think I'm going to die. I should just hold Shift W for this. The Palantir's gone. Well, on the plus side, one of my teammates are on the door. I didn't realize the pallet was gone. But we managed to break the 3-gen because of gen kick limits. We are happy. I'll just leave the 2, then leave, I don't mind. Another idea for a video is more rewards for Prestige 100. If anyone were to make that video, it should not be me. I don't really care much about, getting high prestige levels. Like, I understand there are some people that are really into the idea of, like, I want to show off my bling, but for me, I'm just like, it's cool, but it's not something that I'm in dire need of. Especially considering the fact that it'll probably take me another 3 years before I finally do Prestige a character. Or a Prestige 100 a character. Because I split my blood points. Like, hold on, I'll show you. What unique gameplay from a Legion. Let's look at the build real quick. Surge, Spirit Fury, Enduring, Bam, Eerie Pin. Oh yeah. This is the Legion gameplay that I missed from him being kill switched. Oh, I forgot I was playing Twins. I'm not used to all the new stuff. I'm a boomer, okay? I have to read chat on one side of my room, then I have to look back at the other side to look at the game. You know what? No, I don't have BP. You know what? Hold on. I'll give a hollow shell. That's good, right? I think at minimum you should have infinite items, offerings, and add-ons when you hit Prestige 100. Fair. Like, in the... But then the question is, what do people do with blood points? No, I'm sounding really stupid then. You know what? That actually is a really nice reward, especially considering the fact that you put all that time and effort into one character. I think that would be a nice reward. The only issue I can think of would be with, like, offerings, especially if there's particular offerings that have really unhealthy balance, like with the hatch and luck. Because prestige, like, max prestige toxic swifts who love using luck mechanics, they would abuse the living daylights out of that every single time. But to be fair, they probably already have like 10 billion luck offerings. So it's not really changing much. I think it just means that we need to rework luck. But the question is, how do you do that? That's the tricky question. Twins deserves better, and hot take, LED is the most forgotten survivor. Worst cosmetics, I extremely hate her perks, and we need a why no one uses. I really don't want to say Elodie is the most forgotten survivor, because Jonah is in the room. Although, to be fair, in the case of Jonah, the only thing people remember him about is, war crimes. But in the case of Elodie, she is a bit of an interesting character. I think the big issue is that they marketed her and Felix as something much larger, but people just were not, up to, or really cared all that much. Like, I really want a continuation on the Pariah Children. I would love to see more of the characters from that story. But at the end of the day, it's behavior's call, and it looks like they're saying no. They don't really feel like it. You know what? I'm gonna send Victor. Normally you want to injure. I'm really showing off that I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a while, huh? I don't want to chase Gabe and Shaq. I think there's some people over here. No! Where on earth is everyone? Oh, someone's in main. You know what? I saw Sable. Oh! I forgot they added that mechanic. Oh, Mikola! She's going to the Ormond tile. Finesse. I can get an injure here, I think. Never mind. Alright, I lost her. I'm heading over to Gabe's gen. It's close to completion. Got him. That was a bit of a laggy hit, but I'll take it. Gabe is holding Victor hostage. I'll happily take Shaq. I'm losing gens, but not doing well. But I am trimming the map down at the very least. I am not making Pixel proud, am I? Pixel would be watching my gameplay and crying from seeing this Twins gameplay. Like, what on earth am I doing? I'm really showing off that I haven't played Victor or twins in a long, long time. Okay, I know there's a skill check there. Okay, I see Sable. She ran off, that's why. There we go. I'm surprised she dropped the pallet like that. Okay, I see more Michaela here. Maybe I can get the pallet. Getting stuck on everything. Love to see it, love to see it. I'm getting bloodlust, though. Ah. Okay, we got Michaela. There's Yui. There we go. Stale Biscuit! No! Stale Biscuit did nothing. Do you buy a lot of skins? Only for the characters I really like, but most of the skins I get are normally from the Battle Pass. Or like the Rift. Like, if there's a skin that I really, really like, then I'm going to get it, but most of the time it's just because of the Rift. Okay, do that. I'm gonna leave her slugged. Perfect. Perfect. I'm not gonna run back to Yui because I have a sneaking. Yep. Okay, I can finally get hooks. About time. Okay. I get Michaela. Oh, never mind. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I can hook Michaela here. Pixel doesn't really play twins anymore. I do know this, but I still see him as like the twins main. So, considering the fact that I don't play twins and he sees me doing half of the stupid things that I am doing, I'm sure he's going to send some very choice words to me. You know what? I saw scratch marks, so they're going for rescue. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. It wastes time on their side. Okay, I think that was the Sable or Gabe, one of the two. I see Gabe. He's going upstairs. Oh, I blocked myself. That was stupid of me. Oh! Finally, a play that Pixel would be proud of. Okay. Yui's all the way over there. Unfortunately, I can't swap. I unironically cannot swap because I'm too close to him. Oh, that's actually so depressing. Okay. I get the unhook now. Michaela's going to open the door. I think... I don't know where Yui is. She might be going to the other door. Can I swap? Thank you. He's probably gonna crawl out. I'm not fast enough. Yep, he gets out. I have 30k Eerie Shards saved for Skull Merchant's eventual Blighted Skin, but I might buy her new skin on... she gets on the 12th if it's good. You know what? Go for it. I respect the play. I don't play Skull Merchant much anymore, so I don't really care for Skull Merchant skins anymore. What do you think of a killer with ice powers would be like? Weirdly enough, okay. The best way that I can describe it is that for some bizarre reason, I decided to start binge-watching a bunch of Identity V gameplay. I don't like how they've turned towards marketing, because it's really cheap. The fact that they've gone to Gen AI. But that does not mean that I cannot respect some of the really cool killer designs that they come up with. And there's one killer design called the Wax Maker. The TLDR of his power is that he has a hose where he fires wax at survivors. And after he lands enough, it freezes the survivor in place. I could imagine a ice killer like... Do I play Bubba? I don't play Bubba. You know what? I have to. I got him on the randomizer. Unless someone wants me to play a different killer. Come on, chat, please. Save me. I don't play Mr. Bubbles. What are your thoughts on this? I think friendly competition should activate a different way, and the perk should be like, whoever did the most generator progress wins a medkit or flashlight. I think friendly compa is... Krasu? Okay, I'll play Krasu. Like, I'm going to say this. I think friendly competition is in a good state. I don't think it needs another rework. Behavior have now buffed it up into a good number state. Its effect is cute. It has its identity. And it's something that I really appreciate from Behavior. You know what? Hold up. Yeah, it is prestige level 58 for Cheryl. Now you're seeing all the funny builds that I was busy cooking with. You know what? Let's go. You know what? I have an idea. Residual. Oh wait, no. Now I remember. I wanted to show off that one build. I'm trying to remember. It was Inner Focus, Strengthen Shadows. Botany. And then... I think I... Oh, now I remember. This is the build that I ran with Inner Focus, by the way. And it did a lot better than I was anticipating. But getting back on track with Friendly Compa, I think it's good. I think the buffs that they did to the numbers are healthy enough that it doesn't cause trouble, but its effect is still really nice. I don't think there's any big issues with the perk. Now, does that mean everyone's going to run it? Absolutely not. But for the people that are going to use it, especially for the Gen Jockey Squadron, it is still nice. I appreciate it. Should it be in addition to the perks, since with the generator speed limit? I don't know why, but her perks really make me mad by how bad they are. In general, a lot of Tools of Torment tends to be a bit more goofy. But the reason I appreciate Tools of Torment's perks is that they were playing on the more experimental side from Behavior. This was where we got to see Behavior cooking up some really out there perks and character designs. So I don't mind its numbers now. It may end up seeing a buff, mostly because of diminishing returns. But we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Because diminished returns only affects your speeds with the perks that stack. So if you have a teammate that has no gen repair bonus and they get Friendly Compa, diminished returns isn't going to do much to that. But if you have like a whole gen squad, it's going to be reduced, which I think was fine. I'm also still begging for Skull Merchant rework. It is eventually happening, I'm sure. Behavior have just put it on the back burner. Tools of Torment comeback chapter would be great. Honestly, if they do make like a comeback chapter for Tools of Torment, I think we could see Skull Merchant's dad as a survivor. That would be interesting. Seeing his own creation turned reality. Also, it's animatronic. Oh. I don't want to run there because of Dwight. Oh, the chest killed me. Oh, I'm actually so sad. The chest betrayed me. How could I do this? But yeah, like, I think Tools of Torment doesn't need, like, a massive comeback chapter. There aren't too many, things it could add outside of just the rework. I'm trying to think what to say. But I think there are some other chapters that could use some TLC. You know what? I'm running over here just because of the door. He has Ruin, so I'm thinking I'm dying as well. As long as they leave Shelter Woods. You know what? Shelter Woods is pretty good. What chapter do you think you would like to have a comeback? You know what? Can we get a rework to, Can we get a rework to Hag? We get a comeback chapter for Hag and the, like the cannibal, group. I think it would be a really nice thing to see Hag get some love, because that character is actually the most forgotten thing in Dead by Daylight. Which is funny because she introduced Hex Totems, which are now considered an integral element of the game's balance. Okay. I see animatronic all the way over there. I can get rescue on the Len. We have yet to do a single gen. That's great. She needs reworks. Like in general, Hag has a very unhealthy gameplay style. I got Hag with a randomizer, and I had a Quantai Young who was flaming me because I managed to get a 4-man kill streak. with like 1 or like 4 gens remaining. Because the Fung was new and the MMR decided to be funny. And she kept jumping or stepping into every single one of my traps. Unironically, he was not happy with me. But like, what am I supposed to do? She steps into my trap, she's meant to die. That's the gameplay style of Hag. Am I supposed to just leave her on the floor? Then I'm slugging. Then that's another problem. I want Saw rework. It's my favorite license, but everything about the chapter makes me mad. I feel like the lore for Saw has always been a little bit funky. Tap they handled really well, from what I understand, but Amanda has always been a bit of a kooky mess. But I still love Miss Piggy. She was my first ever killer main. Plus, I think they finally buffed her into a much more reasonable state. So, I don't have any real major qualms about, Saw. Pain Res. Okay, we have Pain Res, Ruin. I don't know what the other 2 perks are. I have to let go of the gen when the skill check manifests. That's great. I'm gonna calm drop this. Lovely stuff. He gets that because of the haste. Oh my goodness, Len! The Len! The Len! Unironically saved me. This Len is my hero. Finally, a Leon that did something. I thought I'd never see the day. And basement is here. So now, I go in here, I heal because of Strength and Shadows, and everything is A-okay. But getting back to Hag, in general, everything about Hag has always been weird. Like, she is a relic of Dead by Daylight's older years. And what I find really funny is that she has not gotten that many changes at all. Like, she has been a very consistent, killer when it comes to balance patches, because she just gets nothing. But at the same time, she's not really that good of a killer. Like, it's very clear Father Time has been really cruel to her. I don't see animatronic, mostly just because he's undetectable. He exited out of a door. Oh, now I see him. Okay, I can heal you. And Swamp in general is a map that has been in dire need of a rework for a long, long time. So, I think it would be a nice way to expand on Hag's lore and make her an actual character, and not whatever the heck she is. I want to come back for Cross's chapter. I can see that. But I feel like behavior... Ooh. Oh, that was a jump scare and a half, huh? Okay. I think I have to leave that gen and work on the one all the way over there. Unless I can find Dwight, because he and Len are in dire need of help. But, like, I don't think they'll do a comeback chapter for Krasue just yet, because Krasue is still really new. If anything, I think they'll just look towards, light adjustments. Oh. Hello? Oh. The heck was that? I'm so confused. Did you see that too, Chad? You know what? Hold on one moment. Like, what on earth was that? Did the server just decide, nah, don't feel like it? You know what? I was going to die anyways. But, I think Swamp is the realm version of Twins with bugs. It has never been reworked, and it has never got a new map. It has technically gotten a small rework when, Behavior added the palette density. There are some new tiles on the, Grim Pantry. But, in general, it's a map that hasn't gone a lot of changes. It has just been known as just the dead spot map. Like, everywhere you go, there's just empty space. There we go. But, like, the joke that the community has made, at least from what I've seen so far, is that, I'm trying to think, what is the joke now? The Swamp is the map that holds Dead by Daylight Spaghetti Code together. If Behavior ever dared try and change the map, it's gonna break everything. And you know what? I could see it. You know what? Hold on. I think I know what's going on. I'm looking over to the other screen. I keep seeing the image blink every once in a while. It's because I'm alt-tabbing. Is it because I have it in full screen? Hold on, I'm going to see if this fixes it. But like in the case of Krasu, I feel like she's okay. Like I think that she could use some light tweaks. Like a light rework. I don't think she needs a massive overhaul. The issue with Krasu is just that she's released during a very awkward time for Dead by Daylight. Because every single killer that was releasing next behind Krasu was a dash killer. So when we got a hyper mobility dash killer, yeah, people got bored because it's just like, what's the appeal? We have 50 other versions of Krasu, which is actually why I have this as a joke. Because in truth, Krasu is really just a diet spirit. But like, when it comes to strength, I don't know. Maybe people need some more time because she was revealed to have one of the highest kill rates for high MMR. But I think she's fine for the most part. She's pretty boring, I will say. Like, or boring is a harsh word. Let me say this. For people who are into dash killers, Krasu is not something they want because they have 50 other options. But for the people who are into what Krasu is trying to provide, I think she's really nice. Microphone audio is duplicated? Oh no. Everything okay? Give me 1 second. Did that fix it? Spotify? Shut up. It's normal now? Okay, very good. I think I just had to mute one thing on my side. It was picking the microphone and audio up. I'm just like, do I need both of these? And I decided, you know what, I'll keep it up just in case, but looks like I didn't need it after all. Alright, chat. I've been trolling with my killer. I am now going to look away from the chat. I'm going to look at the game, and I'm going to focus. I'm going to provide you riveting Krasu gameplay to show you just how good of a killer this is, okay? So if I don't say anything to the chat, I'm sorry. It's because I'm focusing. Okay. Nothing on that gen. They might be... Dominance popped, so I know that someone is all the way over there. Okay, Dominance popped over there, so I know someone's there too. That's perfect. I thought I looked in. Oh, I'm going off into thin air. Perfect. Okay. No one's on that gen, which is good. Someone was on this gen, but I don't know where. I think they ran off. But chat, do you see why I'm spitting on the gens? It's because when you spit on it, it ricochets around the gen, similar to if you spit on a survivor. Ah. Unfortunately... Oh, he left. Smart move, smart move. Okay. Lovely stuff. Did he leave? Yes, he did. Aw, I hit the sliver of the wall. Gotcha. Oh, I see her. I'm getting blinded. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Wow, that isn't here. What the? Oh, background player. The tree will block me, maybe? Yes, it blocked just enough. I don't want to go after her, but I do want to... Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I can't, in fact. But that's why you shoot the generator, chat. It's because it splashes around similar to if you infect a survivor. Gotcha. I don't want to bless the or... You gotta kick this. Enter head form. Nothing there. They're on this side of the map. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Wretched Fate is now disabled, so everyone is now affected by minus 20% repair and heal penalty. Gotta kick this. The totem has been demolished. Gotta kick this. Blast mine. Keeping my eyes in case a survivor's nearby. I don't want to rekindle that just yet. They started running. Oh, perfect! Lovely, and she wasted the pallet. She has Lucky Break, I can't find her. Okay. That's fine. Lovely stuff. And I heard that. I heard that. No, it just wore off. I'm not picking her up. It's way too out in the open. But Hinatu? Surely the Claudia can't get here, right? Yep. I'm fine. Perfect. And you see, chat, that's why I spit on the gens. In order to get a small AoE. Gotcha. That hurt? Ooh, nice. I still get the pickup though. Can you name a bad perk with a good design? Not off the top of my head. You'll have to give me some time to think. Okay. I'll have to kick this. One gen there, one gen there. Oh. He has double pallets, but he's ignoring them for the better one here. Oh, he has live. I have to turn. Ooh, nice. But I still get you. Okay, Hinatu's on that gen. I have to hook you. And then I have to find him before that timer despawns. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Gotcha. Bringing back, I remember you saying Cut Loose needs a rework buff. How is this? You gain tokens somehow, and each token silences your vaults and removes scratch marks and pools of blood. I'll need to think about that one. Okay, they were resetting. That gen has regressed to 0. I have to keep my eyes on these 3. This is my win con. It's regressed to 0. I found the flashlight Claudette. Oop. Lovely stuff. That was funny. Okay. Honestly, Pentimento is saving me so much this game. I'm so thankful they have yet to find it. Also, I found Hinatu. I don't want to tunnel him, I want to go for the Claudia, but I can't find her. Oh, he ran around, that's why. Oh, that was just me messing up. Ooh, nice. I do have to kick this. Nice. Oh, he has light, that's why. Well, light didn't really help you out that much, buddy. Was there a hatch offering? Oh my goodness! Oh, wait, no, it's because I can't see perks on the killer side. I thought they were running 0 perks. I was about to say, what? Am I just that bad? I want to go for M1 and then transform. I have a sneaking suspicion she jumped down locker, but it's hard to tell because she has Lucky Break. Well, doesn't matter. You can't have Lucky Break. It's not gonna save you from a hatch being closed. She found a mushroom. I'm thinking somewhere over here, mayhaps? No, it's not that one. The other door's all the way over there. Okay, nothing there. I don't want to use all of my resource. I need to play this a bit more cautiously. Okay, nothing there. Nope. She might be going towards that door then. If she gets out, yeah, she's gonna get out. Unless... No, she got out. Alrighty, let me reread everything. I remember you said Cut Loose needs a rework or a buff. How is this? You gain tokens somehow, and each token silences your vaults and removes scratch marks, pools of blood. I don't mind that. I think that in general, Cut Loose is fine for the most part, specifically when it comes to its design. Actually, now that I think about it, who brought up the question of what's a bad perk with a good design? Was it you, Marmita? Hold on, I'm gonna look. Yeah, it was you, Marmita. So, oh my goodness, look at this juicer build. But Cut Loose is an example of a perk with a really fine design to it behind it, because the idea of pretty much Cut Loose is similar to stuff like Deception or just Disillusion, or not Disillusion. You know what? Hold on. We are going to the Survivor perks because I am being silly. Diversion. I remember perk names, by the way, chat. But, like, Cut Loose is trying to play with these things. Diversion, Deception, Quick and Quiet, stuff like that. Where it's supposed to be goofy, chase perks that are leaning more into the deceptive elements that are going on at play. That is what is the approach with these perks. The issue with Cut Loose is more so it's just numbers. Because Cut Loose has a 6-second timer before it resets to a 45-second cooldown, which is a massive penalty, because you also have to realize you need to vault a window mid-chase, or a window or pallet mid-chase, and then you have to do it again within 6 seconds. You may not have a window or a pallet to do that with. It is a very tight window. And in general, I think that Cut Loose just needs extra time to that window, and maybe a cooldown reduction of like 45 to 30 seconds, or even 20. I don't want it to be meta-defining, but it should be on the levels of stuff like Diversion and Deception, where it's more so along the goofy antics. And then Come and Get Me, its anti-tunnel design is really good, but unfortunately its balance is really bad. That is very true. It also doesn't help the fact that Behavior have added Elusive to the game, which is just Come and Get Me, but better. And it's funny because it's like 6, or not even 6, it was literally added one chapter in the PTB later. So it's like, what's the point? But I will say that Come and Get Me does have some goofy antics to its build. Specifically this one, where Come and Get Me can act as a detonator for Objective Obsession. I will definitely say the strength has dwindled a little because of We See You from 11, acting pretty much as the detonator for the perk, but it still can give you some value when you need it. Like, there's just a lot of things Come and Get Me needs, and sadly, its numbers are not that great, and what it provides is not wonderful. But I do like the idea of it. It could just be a little bit nicer. I think it should be changed to 12 seconds and remove scratch marks, pools of blood. I think... No. I would not add that scratch marks and pools of blood element to it. I think that, Cut Loose is good as it is. Especially since you're able to restart that timer so many times. In general, noise is a very important thing for a lot of killers in Dead by Daylight. Being able to Houdini out of a chase is really deadly. It's why when Lucky Break got its rework, a lot of people were scared of having to deal with it. Like, you saw how Lucky Break affected me that game. I could not find that Claudette at all anytime I injured her, because scratch marks and pools of blood just were removed from the table. But another issue is that it would get in the way of Dance With Me, because Dance With Me does exactly what you said. 15-second cooldown. Whenever you fast exit a locker, medium, or fast vault, you leave no scratch marks for 5 seconds with a 15-second cooldown. You would pretty much be putting Dance With Me out of a job with that addition with Cut Loose. In general, I think Cut Loose is good. It just needs a number bump, just so it can promote its more goofier playstyle strategies. I really like the idea of an anti-tunnel perk that instead of makes the tunnel survivor harder to get, it makes the other survivor easier to fetch. Honestly, yeah, I could see more perks like that. But the issue is just a lot of people tend to prefer much more potent, selfless anti-tunnel, which is why Babysitter is so popular. Because it's a strong perk and it's very selfless. But at the same time, there are some people that prefer much more selfish anti-tunnel, like Decisive and Off the Record, just because they have so much power to it. But anyways, give me one moment. This time, I'm actually going to play on the roulette wheel. Who do we get? We were talking about her just now. You know what? Justice for Hag, right? Let's play the monolithically old character. And you know what? I'm running this build. This one is good.
Give me a chance. I would be your most loyal servant.
I'll replace that with We're Gonna Live Forever. Do you hope for another perk rework that we got in 2023? You mean the patch 6.1.0 update? I wouldn't mind it, but the issue with the patch 6.1.0 update was just how much chaos it caused with balance. Because with that massive overhaul to perks, what ended up happening was that a lot of perks became meta-prevalent, and it flew under the radar, but as we got more killers into the game, we started to see just how destructive they could be. Like, remember Eruption? Call of Brine and Overcharge Overcharge when it got reworked, and Call of Brine when it got buffed? Like, those two perks flew under the radar until one random person thought to themselves, what if we made Knight a 3-gen defense killer? And all of a sudden, we got rushed into the gen kick meta, because one person realized, you know what? These two perks are really strong, and Knight just introduced a perk that really makes the gen kick meta even better, with nowhere to hide. So, if they were to do another big perk rework update, like 6.1.0, they would need to be very cautious of what gets updated. I wouldn't mind it, but they have to be very careful to look at all the perks and make sure that it doesn't self-destruct the game, like what happened last time. Because the community doesn't, or the DBD community doesn't have as much patience as they did with the gen kick meta.
This is not happening.
Actually, it is happening. What is your next why no one uses? I'm not going to spoil it, because I'm still working on the scripts, but I do have 2 characters in mind and they are very closely connected. So, don't expect one Why No One Uses coming out, but two in quick succession. At least if I can do it right.
Before you knew what a stock was, you
Spotify, I don't care. That being said, though, I'm not gonna say it. Unless, of course, Bennett decides to spoil it, because I do chat with him about some of my video concepts. If he spoils it, I don't care. But I'm not saying it. There's no other playstyle like 3-gen that behavior hasn't addressed. Yeah, like, 3-genning in general was, like, the big thing. And the big reason people were just fed up with it was because it was just boring. People were delaying games. Also, it's a Deathslinger. Alright, chat, I'm gonna have to focus here. Because Deathslinger is one of my worst killers to play against. And I do not want to die within 3 seconds. Okay. There's no other... Or, back to the 3-gen discussion, though. Like, there's no other playstyle that was as incredibly problematic as 3-genning. Like, there are people that complain about slugging and tunneling, but we have perks that help to resolve those issues. But in the case of 3-genning, if you try to add perks that resolve the 3-gen issue, you end up causing killers to want to 3-gen even further. Because now, all of a sudden, survivors have giga-gen repair perks. And now the killers actually have to play a lot more slow, or play the game a lot more slower. Okay, Surge. You know what? I can pick up Tori, that's if, Unfortunately, my gen's gonna regress to 0. Oh, that's great. Let's see. And I hope slash think behavior have learned that there were mistakes in 6.1.0. There were mistakes. I do think the game needed a meta shakeup because people were getting sick of just seeing Ruin, Pop, Undying, Tinker, and then some other flavor perk to replace Tinker when that got nerfed. But at the same time, and this is something that I think is why a lot of the perks for Year 9 of Dead by Daylight were so plain. I think that behavior is just trying to be a bit more cautious with perk balance. But they are but I will definitely say Year 10 of Dead by Daylight, they have at least been attempting to get back to the more goofier perk designs, which I do appreciate. Surely the Steve will get the rescue, right? Surely, surely. There's a totem over there. I don't know what that totem is, but it scares me. Okay, Steve is not going for rescue, so I have to do that. Aw, what? That harpoon is a lot larger than I expected to be. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4 works 100% well with Adam healing perk. I do know this, but I don't like playing the tambourine every time I want to heal. I like Deadline a little bit more for that. They're just totems. Okay, he has Hex Retribution. Why is Steve in the basement? Like, my guy, what are you doing in there? Does he have Wicked? No, he doesn't even have Wicked. What were you doing down there? Pooh. You know what? I have to save this gen. I need to... Or... Do I... Pooh. Yeah, Sable perk maybe? No. That's the weird thing. I'm trying to figure out why he was in the basement. Maybe he was repairing the... Oh, I think I know what happened, Chad. He was repairing main building gen. Or Killer Shack gen. But then he heard the killer nearby and went to stealth. I have to jump. That hits me. Okay. Hopefully no, I'm not far enough away from the basement. But I don't think he's gonna put me in there. Unless he wants to. I think he's gonna put me there. Maybe I wiggle out. Oh my goodness, I wiggle out! I have to go for the, window. Oh, hallelujah. I managed to get out of there. Sadly, gotta go. Love your content again. Have a fun time. Have a good one. Thank you so much for stopping by, Creative. It was really nice talking with you. Oh my goodness. How on earth did I get out of that situation? For Pete's sake, I don't want to work on this gen. I want to work on a gen somewhere over there. Just because we need pressure. I don't like the fact that we have one gen done, and we are all... What the... Oh, here it is. No, I'm working on the gen. I have a deadline. That's if I can land skill checks. There we go. Okay, as Hex Retribution, I think Clan Spirit Legion and their respective survivors should be free. Michaela should also be free. I will definitely say it looks like Behavior are trying to make content a little bit easier to fetch. Especially with them merging older chapters into one big pass. Now, is it perfect the way they've handled it? Absolutely not. I think that there were some ways they could have improved it or done it better. But I do at least admit that I think that they are going in the right path. And maybe for year 10, who knows? Maybe they will make a few of the chapters free. That would be really nice if they did that. I don't think they will, but if they did, that would be really cool. Also, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, I completely forgot that I had live. So I didn't, so when I got the speed boost early, I'm like, why am I going so fast? I'm like, oh, right, live. He is near. Ooh, I just got a leg spike all of a sudden. Okay, they managed to get the rescue, that's good. They are already practically free, so why not make them actually free? Honestly, true. Oh, Marmita, now that I think about it, you know how you said, okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get sniped by Deathslinger. You know how you said, is there a bad perk, or like a well-designed perk that is just really bad? I do actually have a perk for that. It's called Clean Break, and it's a Tori Kane perk. I love Clean Break with a passion. It is not the greatest perk. In fact, a lot of people tend to ignore it, but I still cannot help but love it. It is such a well thought out idea. Healing someone and then you just get a benefit from it. Because now all of a sudden, anytime you want when you're injured, you can just go like, hey, you tickled me for a bit, and I'm gonna push a funny button, and now, voila. I'm now gonna heal within 1 minute. The timer is really long, but it's understandable why it's the length it is. Because being able to self-heal is a very deadly mechanic in Dead by Daylight when it's good, so it needs to be kept under lock and key. And I will definitely say that Behavior have handled Moment of Glory and Clean Break really well. Sadly, not a lot of people are going to run them because the numbers are really long for it to detonate. But when it works, it's so clean. I cannot help but love the perk purely for that. They cost like 2,000 fragments, right? I think so? I could be wrong. Okay. I can go for rescue here. Fortunately, I don't know where Deathslinger is. Oh, there he is. You know what? I have yet to be hooked. There we go. I also love Clean Break. Clean Break in general is just good. Oh, it's Plaything Retribution. That's his build. Okay, Tori hopefully makes something with the balanced landing. Yui gets me. Hallelujah. I'm going to go over here. The funny thing is, if he doesn't see me, I could go for a pickup. That's fine. It's wasting time. Yes! That is exactly what I wanted. I have auto. This is going to really hurt. It just doesn't work on solo. My guy, I play solo queue only, and I managed to get Clean Break to work at least 70% of the time. I'm going to die. But you know what? It's okay, because the other Sable escapes. Unless she has a flashlight. No, she has a medkit. What do you have, Tori? She has Desperate. I can get out! Yay! Desperate Measure saved me! Good job, Torricane! Like, Clean Break in general is a bit of a funny perk, because you need to know how to make use of it. It's sadly something you can't really teach players. It's instead something that you just learn over time. And you will make mistakes, because Clean Break has a lengthy timer, so you can mess it up. But you can easily make good use out of the perk when you know how to fully execute it. Oh right, I forgot I was gonna play Hag again. The Swamp Grandma. This is so sad. I also think it depends on the sort of games that you get for solo queue. Because there are some games where you actually have really smart survivor players, and they know how to execute their team and look towards their strong suits. And then there are Sable players who just manifest and go like, I'm going to win because I deserve to win because I'm playing Sable. And I see a Sable player already. And I see two medkits and 2 toolboxes. Oh dear, I already know this is going to be a fun game, huh? I don't like that. Hopefully this game I still do well and I don't get some choice words from the survivor players, like what happened with a particular Quanta Young player. Oh, this is a really tricky map. I think I'm gonna play around this 3-gen. Hag is a bit of a weird duckling of a killer. You want to play her a bit more territorial, rather than chase heavy, because she just doesn't really have much of a chase power. In fact, she doesn't really have a chase power at all. So the way you want to play her is a bit more on the slower, methodical side. Okay, I set up a bunch of traps on this side. I can go for... Oh, I hit the Lara, that's right. I'm fine with sending the map. Okay, they self-healed. This is not good. Perfect. I see someone working on the gen over here. It's the Meg. She's injured. She destroyed my trap here. Gotcha. I think I'm far enough away from the pallet that it won't hurt. Very good. I heard Laura there. They're going to disrupt my web now because I'm carrying a survivor. Like that. Gotta do that. Gonna injure, and maybe TP if I'm in range. Yep. Gotcha. She was saving a sprint burst. But on the plus side, she's walking to a dead zone. Oh, she vaulted that. Ooh, nice. Gotcha. To be honest, I didn't want to tunnel. This was more so of an accident. If anything, I would have loved to have gone for the Sable. Was that someone vaulting? Or was that the Meg? It stopped to regress. No, it didn't. I'm just, losing my mind. There we go. Hi, Sable. She has sprint burst as well. She's trying to pull me away from the regen. Okay, she's running back in. I want her to go there, but she's not. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, they're now popping my web. This is no bueno. Okay, set that up, and then walk. Grim Embrace pops. I set a trap here. They're going to... Oh, they already healed. I'm trying to figure out where they are. The bird flew up here. Luckily, the Megalodon is Death Hook. I want to tunnel her out. Perfect. But unironically, this is how you want to play Hag, sadly. It's a very lame way to play Hag, which is why I don't like her that much. But at the same time, you can't really do anything else as this character. You just lead them into your web. I see you, phone. She's leading me away from the web. This is probably the smartest player of the bunch. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. Gotcha. She realized what I was doing, so she's trying to lead me away from the, I'm gonna get an injure on you, Laura, though. Put that up there. She's not the strongest looper, I will say, but she does know what to do. I'm gonna have to go over there. Because yep. Gotcha. Yeah, she's going that way too because she now knows what to do. Because all of my webs have been set on the literal one side of the map. And now this side is completely safe. There are pallets. They've broken my 3-gen. There we go. Okay, they are healing. Self-healing, I suspect. I'm gonna set a trap here. I suspect they're going to... Yeah, I found you, Sable. Sprint Burst has been used. Perfect. Found you, Fung. If I can get everyone injured, that would be really nice. Unfortunately, I'm playing a little bit like a potato. Gonna set a trap here, so now she's forced out. She uses the window there. Perfect. And Secret Project comes online again because of Deadlock. What's the gem with the most progress? The one all the way over there. I'll need to go there. Because I think Laura and... Yeah, I see them. They have Killer Shack too. Perfect. I can end this game now. No, I messed up. You know what? I'll let her go. I will hook the Laura. But Fung runs into one of my traps, because she is running this way. Oh, nice. I think she's had enough time to pick up Sable now. Questions, where did Sable crawl off to? There you are. Alright, chat, do we give Sable Hatch or not? I'm giving that decision to you. You know what? She gets Hatch. She had to deal with a hag game. She deserves it. It sucks they had the DC. In truth, I didn't want to tunnel the Laura. That was my mistake. But what can you do? Alrighty. I think I'm actually gonna call it quits here. I didn't want to stream all that much. It was just a small stream that I wanted to do today because I had the free time, but also more importantly, I wanted to play killer games, but playing killer games can be kind of boring when you don't have people to talk to. And I want to see the experience a little bit better. I want to better understand streamers, especially like killer player streamers, how well they play and read chat. And oh my goodness, I feel bad for them. I feel so bad. Because I'm looking from one side to read the chat and figure out if I'm reading everything right, and then the other side to figure out what the heck is going on. I can see why there's a lot more Dead by Daylight streamers on the Survivor end now, because it's a lot more chill. You just have to worry about a skill check and then the occasional killer chase. But this was honestly really interesting. I enjoyed seeing this perspective. But thanks. But I'm now going to call it quits here. Give me one moment. Until Spotify decided to say no to me with ending music. So now it's like, no, have commercials. I don't care. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining for the streams. Have yourselves a lovely evening. And I don't know if Bennett's streaming. If he is, go ahead and watch his content as per usual, because normally he sends viewers to me and I send viewers to him. Because, you know, the power of friendship. But yeah, have yourselves a good night, and I wish you good luck in your game.